Hi everybody. Today I'm going to talk about another topic that's quite personal and quite close to my heart, if you want to say, and that's the whole being unique and being yourself kind of insecurity, I guess you could say, that a lot of teenagers grow up with, and people can still suffer with until for the rest of their lives even. And just basically that it's not worth it, because things change, and it doesn't matter how popular or cool you were at school or a certain workplace or when you lived in another town or whatever. It still doesn't define you as a person, unless that popularity stays and grows everywhere you go, or I think with everything you do, because you are a genuinely nice person. But popularity based on how you look or what you do, as in because you've got a cool job, maybe like you're a model or something. That's not what counts, and it should be your personality really that shines through. But of course, everyone always has insecurities, and so I just wanted to talk about a few things that affected me when I was a teenager growing up, and how things have changed basically for the better, I'd say, for me, and maybe not so much for others. And so basically, my first non-uniform day at secondary school, when I was, I think you're 11 or 12, um, I went to school and I wore black bondage trousers, which were the big baggy trousers, and they had big pockets on them and little chains and straps and things across them. They're still quite popular now in the goth alternative scene, whatever you want to call it. But I wore them, and I wore an Evanescence t-shirt, which I still wear to this day, of course. And I wore this absolutely huge, massive hood, black long cardigan that was down to my knees, and it had loads of buttons all down it. And my makeup was all black all around my eyes, really strong black eyeliner and black lipstick. And I also had white powder all on my face, I think it was an eyeshadow pigment, but I wore it as powder, and because I'm so pale, it wasn't so bad. So yeah, I wore that on my first non-uniform day at school, and well, that was the start of it all, really. Other than the fact that I was ginger, um, I got a lot of stuff that day. Someone went into my bag and snapped my lipstick, which was probably the most upsetting thing, actually, because I really liked that lipstick. And basically, I got a lot of bullying for it, and that was it. It was set. I was the weirdo goth girl. Me and my friend also. We got pinned as the weirdo goth girls, and that was it. We were no longer deemed that we were ever going to be worth anything to a lot of people in the school. And that shouldn't be the case. Just because you like to wear black clothes, or if you like to wear any colour really, that shouldn't mean that you're a different kind of person to anyone else, worth any more or worth any less because of what you wear, which of course at school that's what it does mean, and it does affect a lot of teenagers. It did affect me a lot, because after this I tried to wear normal clothes. I wore a lot more bright blue jeans, the standard denim, and I used to wear. I remember buying a couple of Lonsdale t-shirts because they were considered cool, and I can remember just not being me and wearing more what would be deemed, I guess, as sort of chavvy clothes, because at my school that was a trend. That was cool at the time, growing up in the noughties, as people call it, the 2000s. It was cool to be a bit chavvy, and so I tried it, and I just wasn't happy with myself, and I was getting really insecure. And in my first year of school, I had put on a lot of weight. I was quite a big girl, I will admit. So that didn't help with my self-esteem. I felt a lot more comfortable in my goth clothes than I did in these. And it wasn't until I realised I wasn't happy and I fell out with the girls that I was hanging around with, because I hung around with a bunch of girls basically trying to be cool and trying to fit in, who I didn't really have a lot in common with, and I just basically started dressing like them to hang around with them. It was pathetic, really, and I did that. That's something you do when you get bullied. I also dyed my hair so that it wouldn't be ginger anymore. I dyed it purple, and I've dyed it red, I've dyed it blue, and I've dyed it black. But through school, it was mainly purple, like the darky, purpley, browny colour, and then for the other half, it was like black. And I basically was a very different person. And it wasn't until about, I'd say, year 9, end of year 9, beginning of year 10, that I just went, stuff it. I can't be bothered with you people who judge me, and I'm just going to be myself. And I did. And I think I've become a lot better person for it. I started hanging around with friends who I am friends with now to this day, people who I absolutely adore. And I just got rid of all the clothes that weren't me. I stopped wearing all the Lonsdale and all the white bright trainers, and just went back to being me, plain old goth weirdo me, and I felt a lot better for it. And it wasn't until I'd left college that I truly was comfortable in being myself. And when people pick on me and call me like Moshe or emo or goth or whatever they deem is an insult, because I don't think they're really that insulting, it wasn't until afterwards that I just realised, yeah, I am. What are you going to do? Like, sorry, I like black clothes and heavy metal. Sorry. And but now I'm a lot more confident in myself, and I'm happy for it. And I think that my struggles with school built me into a better person. So if you feel like this at school, don't do what I did and try and fit in. Just struggle with it through school, because it'll build you into a better person, a much stronger person, stronger than I was. And it's something to be proud about, if you ask me. Especially seeing as now, like, if I look up people on Facebook, like who I was at school with, like if I see them on Facebook, I don't really go hunting for them. Or if I see them out and about in my town, a lot of the people who used to pick on me or were deemed cool and popular at school have decided they're going to go for the alternative look, whatever they call it. And they got loads of tattoos, and they've dyed their hair black, and they've decided they like rock and metal. And I think it's really fake, because of all the bullying I got for it from these people. And now there's one girl who even went to have a fight with me just because I was a goth, and now she's covered in tattoos and claims that she's a heavy rocker or whatever. And I just don't understand. You need to be who you are. And if they've hidden behind this mask of popularity and bullying, then I just don't get it. Like, why couldn't you just be nice to me if that's who you truly are? Or is it an act because it is now quite fashionable to be quite alternative? I don't really know how to describe it, but Vans came into fashion, Converse came really big, and when I was at school I had a pair of Converse, and they went all the way up to your knee, and I got so much bullying for wearing those. But now Converse are the coolest shoes. And creepers came in big. If I had gone to school wearing creepers, I think I would have been beaten. It's sad to say it, but I probably would have had a lot of bullying from that. And it's just a lot of things. It's getting quite alternative rock, goth kind of look is what's becoming more and more fashionable. This season, because I work in a fashion shop, I kind of know these things. And tartan's really big. Now, I wore a lot of tartan to school on nonuniform days or to college, and that was not cool at all. And I just got called some sort of reject for doing so. But yeah, it's all coming into fashion now, and I just don't understand it. How something so life destroying as bullying for wearing something can then be considered something that's cool to wear by the same people that judged you for wearing it before they did. And another thing I absolutely hate, which I think is dying out now, hopefully, are the tops and the like hats and the bags and just about anything that says like geek across it, or dork and nerd and dweeb. I've seen loads of these tops, and I just think I actually find them quite offensive because, like, well, not offensive, but I'm quite like disgusted because the people who wear it are blatantly not geeks or dweebs or whatever. They're wearing it as like some sort of ironic statement, and I don't understand. And I think that if someone who was genuinely a geek was wearing that top before it got fashionable, like at the time it's just coming fashionable, they would have been absolutely ripped for it, and it would have made their lives hell for wearing that clothing or for having a bag like that. And I just think that people need to stop judging on clothes and music taste and hair colour and just get on with their lives and just go to people who make them feel more confident in themselves, because that's what changed it for me. If I hadn't made friends with the people I'm friends with now and the people, who I've made a lot of friends after this time, but the people from school who I'm friends with still now, if I weren't friends with them, I'd be very different. I would not be the happy, comfortable, confident person I am today. Because I would admit I am very comfortable in my own skin now. I'm happy with my natural hair colour. Took me 21 years to be, but I am happy with it now. Once I did it, I knew I was never going to dye it again. I'm happy with this. And I'm happy to just flaunt my rock chick style. I don't really know what category or stereotype to put myself into, because I think I am quite a mixture of things. But I'm confident enough to do it, and I'm confident enough so about my love of music that, of course, I've turned it into a job for myself. And I think if someone from school came in who didn't like me at school, came into my night and requested a song, I think I'd be a bit sceptical and just be like, oh really? Pretty sure I listened to that at school and you thought I was rubbish for doing so. Which I shouldn't have that instant hatred, but it's not hatred, but it's like that instant judgment, but it's really a harsh judgment. And I shouldn't have that on these people, but I do. And I just think you need to be confident in yourself, and you shouldn't let fashion and people change that like I did, because now I realise how stupid I was and how I could have dealt with the situation a lot better by just hanging around with the right people instead of the wrong ones. So yeah, that's my rant over, and hopefully people will understand my story a little bit better, and they won't make the mistake I did of, when you're in trouble, going to the wrong people just to try and get yourself out of the trouble the easy way, because it doesn't work and you just end up more miserable. So on that note, see you later.